Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a former Boeing 737 pilot and a member of the PMDG 737 tech team. Welcome to another VATSIM flight with the PMDG 737-800 in Flight Simulator 2024. Today we're going to fly from Amsterdam to Munich on what's probably going to be the busiest VATSIM route of this entire evening. So do follow me inside as we are setting up for today's service. Now, we've got the all economy seating cabin here, but it's not the high density cabin that you would see, for example, with Ryanair or TUI or Norwegian. But KLM has a little bit more legroom here, and well, the only thing that I would like to see added here is the dividers, so that you can actually recognize the business class as such, because KLM's simply using standard economy seats here as business class, just keeping the middle seat free and so on. But that's not our workspace. Our workspace is right up here in the front. So getting in, let's first of all put our flight backs in place over here. Then we can start with our setup. So the aircraft's already powered. We are running on the external power today. Temperature 6 degrees, so not all that warm, but not too much of a problem here. So safety rainbow, battery on. Ground power is on, then let's go ahead and do the fire test. And that's all looking good. We'll do the squib test right up next, and that is also looking good. Then moving back up here, emergency exit lights are armed, attendant call works. And the takeoff config warning works as well. Cargo fire test is looking good. Squawk should be 2000 and standby. That's set. Then we got the voice recorder, which is going into auto. Flight recorder test is looking good. Clacker is looking good. Stick shaker works on the left side. And works on the right side. Beautiful. Alright, IRS is going into nav. The side is checked. We can put our code into the hangar over here. And then let's take a seat and start getting ready on our 737. So, terrain should be selected down here. Traffic is on by default. That's looking good. Alright. Oxygen test is likewise looking good. Excellent. Then let's actually go down into the EFB over here, download our SimReef flight plan, and then we can start to think about the fuel we may want to take. So let's go right down into the en route chart. As you can see on the significant weather chart, there's a little bit of low-level icing, moderate icing below level 180. Apart from that, we got good weather conditions. Now looking into the airport weather, it's typical early December, so Schiphol 6 degrees over here, a little bit cloudy but generally good. Munich on the other end side, overcast 300, limited visibility in Broome, temperature 0, and temporary 4000 meters visibility. Typical. Nuremberg is looking okay, not fantastic but absolutely okay. So with that in mind, looking into the flight plan, departing 1940, arriving 2105, we're going to be on time over here. Weights are all looking good, cruising in flight level, they say 310, we'll probably request something higher. But good thing that they already planned the extra fuel for sticking to the lower levels. So, planned optimum flight level actually, so we'll see about that. Now 5.6 tons takeoff fuel plus taxi, rounded up, is 5.7. Do we want to take any extra? Yes we do, because we are flying into a busy event. So let's just take 10 minutes on top over here, which is 400 kilos. So we'll make that 6,100 kilos of fuel. Well, let's go into the weight and balance, load plane, and then we'll select 6,100 down here, insert, and looking down here, that fuel is now on board. Perfect. With that, let's go ahead and request boarding in GSX, and then we can start doing a little bit of work. So starting on the FMC, we got a 737-800 with a 26K engine. The nav database is up to date, and we'll copy and paste the GPS left position. Then let's go to menu, data link, ATS, ATIS, and we want the Amsterdam ATIS from VATSIM. That one is sent. And while we're waiting for that to arrive, let's go back into the FMC and start with the route uplink as well. We are going to uplink the SimBrief route over here, and we can already check that we got Amsterdam to Munich, KLM 83 Romeo is the correct call sign. And, well, then let's load up our routes. At the same time, we'll go up here and select Amsterdam. So, airport charts up here and parking stands up here. And then we also need a SID, which is going to be the Rendy to Sierra departure. So let's grab that one real quick. Rendy to Sierra, here it is. Perfect. So our route has uplinked. Then let's check the ATC. So this is Schiphol information Juliet, main landing runway 18 right, main departing runway 24, transition level 45, wind 190 at 7, visibility 10, temperature 6, QNH 1010 NOSIG. Contact, approach call sign only, noise abatement procedure 2 shall be applied. Acknowledge information Juliet. Perfect. So runway 24 is confirmed. Then let's go right down here, departing runway 24. And we got the Rendy to Sierra departure. For Munich, we are expecting an ILS approach to runway 08 left. Coming in, let me guess, Rokiel? Yeah, Rokiel. So Rokiel 08 transition. Alright, route activate and a very quick check through here, but that's all looking good. So let's continue on the performance initialization. Cost index will be 20. So reserve fuel. Going down here, 1.3 plus 1.1 is 2.4. Like that. Then we got a zero fuel weight of 60.3. Flight level 310 is the planned cruising level. The average wind component is a tailwind of 6 knots. So let's enter something like 300 at 6. So outside air temperature up here minus 55. Transition altitude 3001. Noise abatement procedure 2, so the acceleration will be in 1000. Well, the runway is actually dry today. Alright, Amsterdam with the 25-mile ring. Then we got the VNAV page, 250 below 10,000 is checked, and then finally let's leave that FMS on the legs page, and then we can start the flight deck inspection. So yaw damper is coming on, nav transfer display switches normal and auto, fuel pumps are going on, TRAS feed open then dim and bright then off. That's set, seatbelts are coming on, window heater is coming on, the hydraulic pumps are coming on. Back here, let's see what the cabin temperature is, 10 degrees, yeah, thank you. Starting APU, so that we get some air conditioning. So, for the time being, they say flight level 310, and the landing elevation is 1500 in Munich. That's set. Igniter to the right. We can also turn the compass lights on. So, the EVAs can get a QNH of 1010, and down here it's 1010 as well. Then, onto the MCP. Flight directors are coming on. Initial 6000 here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's set 6.1. Runway track. What do we have? 237. Like that. And the courses we'll set 237 as well. So lights are going on. And everything's working, that's fantastic. And well, then we can actually dim the lights for the night flight. So, fuel flow is reset, engine oil is full, and hydraulic is full. Auto brake into RTO, we'll set the radios a little bit later, and we don't need anything on the nav aids. Weather and turbulence is selected. VHF 1, 2, flight, interphone, and speaker. 1 to 1.5 in COM 2, and then we can go ahead and request our IFR clearance before we even start with the briefing. So, menu, data link, ATS log, and we got Schiphol information Juliet. Then let's go for the clearance. So, ATIS Juliet, ATC center is Amsterdam, and our stand is... let's see, should say that's on the guidance system as well. But looks like GSX isn't doing that, so let's just look at it over here. Should be Echo something, huh? Yeah, Echo 55. Alright, good. So, Echo 55. We'll tell them good evening and send that thing out. Nice. So, that's everything done down here. Our departure clearance request is sent. And then we are ready for the departure briefing, please. So, let's go for that. Threats for today's departure? I honestly don't see any. So let's go for a route check. So, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike to Echo Delta Delta Mike, Kilo Lima Mike 83 Romeo. The routing is via Randy to Sierra towards Edupo, Zulu 739 Misco, Direct Dojo, Direct Doden, Direct Tabum, Direct Bombi, Tango 104 Rockhill, and the ground distance is 443 versus 388. That's a little bit longer in here because we got the transition programmed, but that all makes sense. Alright, the time UTC is 1922, altimeter 1010, reading 0. The flight directors are on, minus master, and the MFRA is just coming up to 990 up here. Okay, MFRA 990 is set, and standby instruments are set. It's going to be a left seat takeoff, runway 24, flips 5, noise abatement procedure 2, engine anti-ice off. And engine out straight at 25 miles to pick up a holding. 2 minutes are over, let's turn APU bleed on. So, straight at 25 miles to pick up a holding. Now, we don't have anything special or non-standard here. The emergencies we'll do as briefed in the crew room, and for the taxi it's a pushback. Either left or right, they do have standard pushbacks over here, which we don't have to worry about. Taxi is fairly standard as well, and our sit is... then via Alpha Mike 005 to Alpha Mike 008, maximum 220, then Alpha Mike 026, E-Flut, Lunex, Randy and Edupo, initial climb, let's see, should be over here, flight level 60, which we've already got set up here. Alright, any questions on the briefing? No? Perfect, then that's our... interesting. Looks like the clearance is coming into the CPDLC. So, clear to Munich, runway 24, departure, Randy to Sierra. And in here we've got runway 24, Randy to Sierra. Initial climb flight level 60, which is set, and squawk 1000. When ready, call 121.908. We'll go. Squawk 1000 and 121.908. Excellent, so that's our clearance confirmed. We should still get a confirmation for that from ATC, and then we are done. So, safety inspection checklist and before start checklist down to the line, please. Services and shocks, check. Maintenance status, check. Battery on. Electric hydraulic pumps on. Landing gear lever down. Ship's library checked. RS mode selectors, nav gear pins 1, 2, and 3 removed. Probe covers 1, 3, 4, 5 removed. Light test checked. Oxygen test 100%. Yaw damper on. Nav transfer and display switches normal and auto. Fuel 5, 7 required. 6, 1 on board. 4 pumps on. Cabin utility IP galley power on. Emergency exit light armed. Fast mode on. Window heat on. Air compressed. Pack soda bleeds on set. Pressurization mode selector auto. Instruments cross checked. Auto brakes RTO. Hydraulics normal. Speed brake. Down detent. Park and brake. Oops, here we go. Set, spectrum cutout switch is normal, wheel with fire warning checked, radius, radar and transponder set standby, radar and aileron trims 3 and 0. Takeoff briefing, disgusting, holding at the PA. Beautiful. So far, so good. Then let's go ahead and assume that our load sheet has arrived. So we got a zero fuel weight of 60.2 exactly, and that leaves us with gross weight of 66.3. That is perfect. So performance, skip all, runway 24. Now let's have a very quick look into the taxi chart. We'll take that one, and we'll take that one. So, is there any intersection that we could reasonably expect? I'd say Sierra 5 down there. So let's see. Airport info. We are looking for runway 24 from Sierra 5, 3,205 meters. So 3,205, takeoff weight 66,300. Our CG is at 25. So air conditioning off, well, anti-ice off, air conditioning on, that way around. And then let's quickly find our weather. So wind 190 at 7. The outside temperature is 6 degrees and the QNH is 1010. Calculate. Let's take off to 36 degrees. So 88.3, flaps 5, 25 CG, speeds 41, 42, 46. And that goes up here as well. Perfect. So that's all set. Wonderful. Then let's say good evening to our guests and then we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel. In the name of KLM, welcome aboard our Boeing 737-800 on our flight to Munich. We are expecting a flight time of just over an hour today with a mostly smooth flight at an altitude of 31,000 feet, maybe climbing a little bit higher depending on the weather. For the time being, just sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable. We are looking forward to conducting this flight with you, and we will get back to you with the latest weather when we start the approach into Munich. Thank you for your attention, and once again, welcome aboard. So what's that? Master caution, dual bleed, okay. That's fine. Then let's close up. Alright, let's complete the before start checklist here. So that's PA complete, FMC and CDU. Well, that's only one pushback option here. That makes it easy. So FMC, CDU set, M1 on ES box, automatic, reduce 22K, 42, 42, 46 set. Stop trim 5.2. It's coming now. 5.2 set, performance weight and balance sign send, phones off, EFB. Airplane mode and still, flight awareness and cockpit door locked, doors closed, passengers seated, before start checklist complete. Perfect, then let's call delivery for the startup clearance.
Roger, Juliet, information copied and contacting ground 121.705, cancel your service delivery.
Skip all delivery, good evening, KLM 83 Romeo, request startup.
83 Romeo, information Juliet, QNH 1010, ground 121.805, bye bye.
Juliet 1010, 121.805, KLM 83 Romeo, good evening.
Skip all delivery, good evening, Lufthansa 2 Echo Mike, good.
Skip all ground, good evening, KLM 83 Romeo, request pushback.
KLM 83 Romeo, hello, alternative pushback startup approved.
Pushback and startup approved, KLM 83 Romeo.
83 Romeo, to be sure it's facing east.
Facing east, 83 Romeo. Okay, so air compacts off, anti-collision light on, parking brake set, transponder out off, before start checklist complete. Alright, so let's see what we got here. They got facing southwest, so I'm just gonna do a quick edit on map over here to face the east. That thing unfortunately opens in the background, so it's rather hard to show you. Alrighty, facing east is selected back here. Cool. So I'm just missing the enter button. No, don't interrupt. Just do it.
Ground, good evening, Lufthansa to Echo Mike, and Bravo 31, request push and start.
Ground to Echo Mike, hello, one clear of Scandinavian, 320 behind, pushing back, start approved.
One clear of Scandinavian behind, push and start approved, Lufthansa to Echo Mike.
KLM 57 Charlie, request taxi.
Alright, cool. Then we
Charlie,
should be ready to go.
Sierra 724, via Alpha 12. 724, via Alpha 12.
So, why is it showing the interrupt pushback menu? It should really just in that direction. So, use autosave pushback. Alright, cool. So, ground flight, clear to push, facing east, park and accept, and we'll call you for the engine start.
2 minutes delay, thank you. Can you 5 wait? KLM 2210, taxi.
Alright, good.
Taxi holding
So with that, we're ready to go.
Via Alpha 12, follow the company triple.
So let's make this efficient, not start the engines any moment earlier than we absolutely have to.
1361, clear KLM, correction, clear company, 321, passing right to left behind, push, pull, start.
So facing east is non-standard. Normally you would go to the other side, that would put you slightly offset from the taxiway onto those white lines over here. But today the nose should be going to the left, and then we're facing east over here for a straight out taxi.
Passing right to left behind, second one, KLM 8321, push, pull,
Let's see what that thing's doing.
After 2 flights, KLM in.
That definitely looks interesting.
Push and start
Right, let's commence our engine start already. Starting engine 2. And that's N2. I did select 2 waypoints when I set up my... Okay, now they start...
Get 57 Charlie.
Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Bravo, second right now.
What are they doing again?
And ground 57 Charlie, unable to turn on to Sierra 7 via Bravo.
Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Thank you.
Are they going to do another 180 here?
Bravo. Continue right Alpha and that's okay. Right Alpha, KLM passenger.
I could swear I selected that we would go into the other direction. Or is it trying? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I suppose that means pushback completed some brakes. And starting number 1. Alright, we got N2.
Good news.
Oil pressure, M1.
6,
So, fuel's coming on.
Ja, dat weet ik.
And that's looking fantastic. Right ground, we got 2 good engine starts. Please prepare the airplane for taxi. Show them the clear signal on the right hand side and have a good evening. Bye bye. Start a cutout, monitor 1 stable. Alright, flight controls, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, and neutral. Before taxi checklist, generators on, APU off, start switches continuous, probe heat on, and the eyes off. Air compacts, no, air conditioning, max auto, bleeds on, isolation off, auto, flaps, 5 required, 5 selected, and the green light. Spectrum, 5.2 required set. Start levers, idle 10, flight controls checked, recall checked. Before taxi checklist. KLM 83 Romeo, request taxi.
Romeo, taxi holding point Sierra 7, runway 24.
Taxi order point 07, runway 24, KLM 3 Romeo. Perfect, that means straight ahead, first to the right, and then we're there. Clear right side, clear left side, and the brakes are released. Config. So, the taxiway system in Schiphol is a very easy one. You basically just have standard taxiways, and we're simply gonna go those standard taxiways, which is a simple right-hand traffic, so right-hand Alpha and then all the way to Sierra 7.
And let's put my ground Sierra 5 over station.
85 right, taxi order point Sierra 7, runway via Alpha.
So clear on the left side, and clear on the right
Can
side.
you say it again, please?
What is taxi order point Sierra 7, runway 24 via Alpha 12.
Expect holding point 07 via Alpha 12. Scanner 5 wait.
Before takeoff checklist, config, check, flaps 5, 5 green light, step trim 5.2 set, takeoff briefing, left seat takeoff, runway 24, flaps 5, noise abatement procedure 2, takeoff speeds 142, 142, 146 set, and the sit straight at left turn out, contact departure when airborne, and apart from that, nothing special over here.
KLM left to right.
Right. Questions? Nope. Perfect. Then cabin. Secure. Before takeoff checklist complete to the line.
KLM 136.
So Sierra 7 is to the left over here.
Doesn't look like no negative, continue Sierra 7.
So that Lufthansa over there is giving way to us.
Romeo number 1, Sierra 7 Tower, 119er, decimal 230, bye-bye.
119er 230 is number 1, KLM A3 Romeo. Thanks, bye-bye.
KLM 1361, request taxi.
Schiphol Tower, good evening, KLM A3 Romeo, ready for departure in Sierra 7.
Right, Romeo, good evening, behind departing. KLM 777, left for base runway 24, Sierra 7 behind.
And for departing 777, line up runway 24 via Sierra 7 behind, KLM A3 Romeo. So the stop bars are out, we are cleared to the full length.
Sierra 5, Charlie, runway 24, clear takeoff, in front of Kilo the Gate, sign on, we've learned.
The 4 clear for takeoff, KLM 5, enter, bye-bye.
Before takeoff checklist below the line, MCP. Set, transponder, Tara, strobe lights on, holding at landing lines. Okay, confirm readback. Runway 24, line up and wait. Clear left side, clear right side, the 777 is rolling.
Kilo 992, contact ground, 11 decimal 560, bye-bye. 11560, KLM 932, bye-bye.
Okay, runway 24 is confirmed. Scheduled off-block is now, and we're lining up on the runway. That's beautiful.
FedEx 607, hello, right drive, clear for left, in front of Kilo the Gate, sign on.
Good land by right, 607.
So, the 777 is airborne. We just gotta take the timing for wake turbulence here.
On runway 24.
And here we are. So, parking brake is set. Departure is going to be on 121205. Let's pre-select that.
Oh, good evening,
Here we are.
2 Echo Mike, Sierra 7.
Perfect.
Delta 2 Echo Mike, good evening, behind departing KLM 737, line up and wait on 24 Sierra 7 behind. After departing KLM...
Real world is 119055, but that is not showing online, so... At 2000 we contact departure. And that's it. So we got a minute now, plus the previous takeoff roll from the triple, so I think we're good to go. Lights going off. Yeah, they can give us the takeoff clearance any moment now, and we'll be good to go.
KLM Romeo 24, clear takeoff at 180 degrees, 9 knots, enjoy your flight.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, KLM A3 Romeo, good day. So, landing lights on, before takeoff checklist complete.
Tower, heel gedaan op KLM 36.
Stabilized. Set. Oh, that's a parking brake.
361, hello.
Set takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust set, indications normal.
Shutdown 548, short 06.
Check.
To the right behind departing KLM 737, line up with 2406.
Behind departing KLM, so line up 124, scanning 548.
B1. They're ready to climb.
Gear up. LNAV, VNAV. I just absolutely love the way the 737 flies. She's such a beauty.
KLM 548, 124, clear takeoff is 180 degrees, 9 knots, bye-bye.
124, clear takeoff, scanning 545.
Flaps 1. Speed checked.
KLM 361, we are departing the south side, 390, line up with 24, Sierra 7 behind.
Flaps up. Speed checked. Flaps up.
Lufthansa, line up 124 behind KLM.
Amsterdam, good evening. KLM A3 Romeo passing 2000, climbing level 60.
1906.
KLM A3 Romeo, please listen out to frequency before calling.
We did listen to the frequency.
10.
KLM A3 Romeo, climbing level 130, and we did listen to the frequency. The guy must have started talking very same second.
Passage 190,
Set. Flat level 130 checked.
1906.
So yeah, if you replay the video, you'll be able to figure that yourself. Alright, flaps up, no lights. Set standard. And after takeoff checklist. Engine anti-ice on.
Passage 190, turn right 150, clear direct approach, 180 right.
Right, 150, clear direct approach 18 right, clear area 1906.
Alright, after takeoff checklist.
Flying at C2 uniform Victor, contact tower.
So, air can press, 2.2, climbing, set. Altimeters. Standard, passing, flight level 50 now.
Passage 190, meteen 180.
And that's the after takeoff checklist complete. So, we can release the cabin crew.
Kilometer Romeo, contact Amsterdam radar 134.375.
134.375, KLM A3 Romeo.
Burst and rate for Romeo, contact Bremen 126, decimal 325. 126, decimal 325, and then 414 Romeo. Have a good day. Decimal 4, content only. Verzaming 5 Delta, now cleared Landstart to Alpha, right, runway 18 right. Descent 510.
Descent 180.
Steward 314, descent 1070, direct to Shugo, thereafter Sierra Papa Lima.
Descent flight level 70, direct Shugo, followed by Sierra Papa Lima, speedbird 314.
Amsterdam, good evening, KLM A3 Romeo, level 87, climbing level 130.
First KLM 33 Charlie, descent level 100, speed 310 or greater.
Level 100, speed 310 or greater, KLM 33 Charlie.
KLM A3 Romeo, climb available 250.
Oh, flight level 250, KLM A3 Romeo.
KLM 2210, contact London 135, decimal 650.
Flight level 250 is checked. kilometers, passing flight level 100, climb level 250, touch checks. But I will quickly fly the acceleration first here, and as soon as that's done, we can then do the touch checks. In the meantime, full climb thrust please, since we're cleared above level 1. Yeah, since we're cleared above level 150.
Amsterdam, goedenavond. Airbus 009 aircraft level 2 position. KLM 009, continue red from an Alpha right moving.
I just absolutely love how the 737s fly.
At the speed 300 knots.
If you do it right, flies just like an Airbus, if you keep it in trim. If you don't though, then you got your hands full of work. Alright. Come on, Daddy. And then let's do the touch checks. So fuel is balanced and we got 4 pumps on, lights, off ADU, off, air compress, 4.3 climbing and set, fasten belts, auto, recall, checks 1 to 1.5, monitoring, and then let's see if we can lock on the CPDLC with him. So data link, ATC, lock on. Let's see, we're on 3437. That's Echo Hotel Alpha Alpha. Alright, send clock on. And here we go. Alright, beautiful. So with that we've done about everything that we could do. Now, let's turn the engine anti-ice on, and then I'd say sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And I'll see you all when we start the approach to Munich. Alrighty, we are already descending towards Munich, and we've just taken a handoff to the first of the several approach frequencies here, so let's give him a call. Return, good evening, KLM 3 Romeo, passing level 168, descending 130 when reaching, reducing speed to 50.
KLM 3 Romeo München Radar, hallo, Info Victor, korrekt, verkehrt, Hochziel bereit, transition.
Victor, Hochziel bereit, transition, KLM 3 Romeo. Alright, so that makes it rather easy. Victor is on board. We're expecting either of the runway 08s. Now let's already start reducing our speed over here. So vertical speed and speed 250. And then we'll slowly reduce towards the 250 over here. Our restrictions to reach level 130 by Boom, so that's why I went down a little bit quicker, so that we can now actually reduce our vertical speed here, so that we can actually go down to 1,000 feet a minute, and well, then we'll eventually make our way down to the level, to the speed, and then we'll see whatever ATC is going to do with us. So let's have a little look into what exactly we'll do right now, and I'm just also gonna have a look at the ATC over here. So we got information Victor. So let's have a look. We got Victor from 1950, so that thing is actually 14 minutes old by now, but hopefully gonna get a new one any moment soon. So speed is getting down to the target, then we can stow the speed brakes again. Alright, good. So expect independent parallel ILS approaches. Runway 8 left and runway 8 right. The wind is 120 at 4, slightly variable. Visibility 4,500 in mist, clouds overcast 200, temperature 0, QNH 1014. Descending flag over 100, KLM 83 Romeo. Set, 100 checked, level change. Okay, cool. So let's get back down here. So, as mentioned earlier, temperature 0 and what else do we have? Nothing, okay. So 0 degrees means we can do cold temperature correction here. Now, technically speaking, we don't have to, because Munich is located above sea level, so we are still 3 degrees warmer than ISA minus 15.
Contact München on 123, decimal 905, schönen Abend.
123, 905, KLM 83 Romeo, danke ebenso.
Bristol 772, contact München, frequency 118, 830, calls and only.
München, good morning, KLM 83 Romeo, level 120, descending 100, speed 250.
KLM 83 Romeo, München, hello, identified descent flight 180, turn right heading 140, high speed approved.
Descent level 80, right heading 140, high speed approved, KLM 83 Romeo. Are we going straight in?
Negative, I don't think.
Okay, then we'll better just keep that arrival in. He said high speed approved. I'm gonna keep it at 250 because we're about to go below level 100 anyway. Okay, so let's just do cold temperature correction here. That basically adds 20 feet, so we are looking at 1687.
Reduce speed 220.
Here we go. Alright, and then let's start the approach briefing. So, threats for the arrival. Well, low visibility, or rather low cloud base, so we'll keep the automatics until we know where we are going. Apart from that, nothing special here. Then 250 below 100, forecast page is filled in, fixed rings 8 left, 10 miles, 5 miles. For the arrival we got the Volkeel 08 transition in here, but right now we're flying on a heading, so let's see what they're going to do with us. I guess we're probably going straight ahead over here and then going to do a right-hand turn, something like that. The approach is going to be in ILS, hopefully 8 left, maybe 8 right, could turn out to be both. In the meantime, going through level 100 here, so let's just quickly do the temp checks. Full balance, 4 pumps on, lights.
Romeo, descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descent 7,000, QNH 1014, KLM 83 Romeo. Set, 7,000 check. Set QNH, and 1014 is cross check, passing 9,500. Now, so full balance, 4 pumps, lights on, angular bank, 25, air can press. 3.0 descending set, fast modes on, recall checked, 1 to 1.5. Deselected, count to 10 minutes to landing. CPBLC disconnected, touch checks complete. Alright, then let's keep going on the briefing over here. So we are flying the ILS approach, runway 8 left, and that thing has got frequencies 109.5, courses 080, descending 6,000, KLM 83 Romeo.
And 80 Romeo, you begin straight in, contact Airbus 11830, calls and only by.
1883 with a call sign, KLM 83 Romeo, bye. Bravo, KLM 83 Romeo.
KLM 83 Romeo, director, hello, expect 8 left.
8 left, KLM 83 Romeo. Approaching.
100 kilo, turn right, heading
Okay, so speed brake is out. Now things are getting interesting. So let's shorten that briefing a bit.
KLM 83 Romeo, descend to 5,000.
Descending 5,000, KLM 83 Romeo. Set, 5,000 checked. So 1095, 080, minimums 1687. Go around straight at 1 mile or 1900, whichever is later, left turn making your Quebec climbing 5000. Fuel 3.2 required is 2.4, leaving us with 20 minutes. Burning 100, 63.5, flaps 30, and auto brakes 3 to vacate the runway to the right hand side. Taxi by ATC. Questions?
Left heading 130.
Left 130, KLM 83 Romeo. Okay, I figure that's no questions, so then let's do the descent checklist. Pressurization, land height 1500. NEIs off, first refuel disgusting, IS null box checked and set. Now we got 1,000 to go over here. Let's start reducing our speed. 7 miles from Margat, that's not going to be much of a problem. And then we can go vertical speed. Speed to 20, KLM 83 Romeo. That's even easier, level change. So, first check. Frequencies 109.5, 1, 2, 3 times. Fixed rings, 8 left, 10 miles, 5 miles. Islands, ILS Munich Northeast, ILS Munich Northeast, and ILS Munich Northeast. Step instruments set, and the course is 0803 times. Approach checklist. Altimeter instruments, set cross check, approach aids, check and set. Approach checklist complete. Left 110, cleared ILS, 8 left, KLM 83 Romeo. Beautiful. Heading 110, cleared for the approach. We don't actually need the second autopilot here. Let's go to on A only. Okay, heading select, alt acquire, approach armed. Approach checklist, altimeter instruments, set cross checked, approach aids, check and set, approach checklist complete. So why is it not following the flight director? Here we go. Wall on capture.
Kilometer 83 Romeo, speed 200.
Speed 200, KLM 83 Romeo. Flaps 1. Speed checked.
Hello, expect ILS the right right.
Expecting the right right, you're signal deck.
Flaps 1. Let's try that autopilot one more time. Command A, single channel. Okay. That's better. Because this is getting busy here. First of capture, go around altitude 5000 sets.
KLM 83 Romeo, speed 170, maintain until 5.5.
170, maintain to 5, KLM 83 Romeo.
KLM 1 left heading 110.
Yeah, plus 5, speed checked, and gear down. This is not going to work with the speed brake. We need the gear. Especially because we have the 1000 foot gate for the landing.
KLM 83 Romeo, connect tower 118.705.
18705, KLM 83 Romeo, see ya.
Contact which radar 139.05.
Winter Tower, gate evening, KLM 83 Romeo, ILS 08 left.
KLM 83 Romeo Tower, hello. Release final approach speed now to departure ahead. Last one will be a Boeing 737.
Reducing final approach speed, KLM 83 Romeo. Flaps 15. Speed check, flaps 15. And flaps 30. Speed checked, flaps 30. Set veer of plus 5. Landing checklist.
clear for takeoff to us, Throttle for the Mike.
So, start switches, continuous, recall checked, speed brake on green light, landing gear down 3 green, auto brake 3 set, flips, 30, 30 green light, landing lights to go. Alright.
November 4 by Alpha 5.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really don't need to do stuff like that 4 times a day anymore, but every now and then can certainly do this. Now this is looking good, isn't it? Approach lights and sides. So for some reason my auto throttle is not disengaging. I don't think that's spot. Here it is. Good.
1,000.
Okay, now we got this. So 153 knots ground speed. That means we need about 850 feet a minute to maintain the glide. So as we're slightly above it, 950 does the job just fine. Engine anti-ice on.
Reporting on my contact, wind shear radar 123.905, so
123.905, Throttle for the Mike, goodbye.
super. KLM 83, Romeo, wind 070 degrees, 3 knots, runway 0 left, President.
Runway 0 left, Pendular, KLM 83 Romeo. Landing lights on, landing check is completed, clear to land and continue.
Clear right, 5101, Mission Tower, hello, are you ready for immediate?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I see the butter comments coming. So, speed brakes up, thruster is normal, idle reverse.
knots.
80 knots.
123.905.
Manual brakes.
123.905.
Auto brake disarm.
Munich Tower, let's do name it 661.
661 Tower, hello, maintain high speed as long as practical.
Maintain high speed 661.
661 confirm, maintain high speed as long as practical.
Say again for 661?
High speed as long as practical.
That pilot is not expecting
We're
that.
gonna maintain high speed as long as possible, 661.
Portugal 227 with 070 degrees, 3 knots, runway 0 left, Switzerland.
Beautiful. Welcome to Munich.
Romeo contact ground 121.907.
12198 KLM 83 Romeo, ciao.
München Ground, schönen guten Abend, Ryan Airbus Mike Delta.
Alright, we are completely clear of the runway.
Ryan Airbus Mike Delta, hello, taxi November, Alpha 3, holding 0 left. November, Alpha 3,
Don't think there's going to be any icing on the
0
flaps here, so let's retract them. Rapid even in KLM 83 Romeo.
Hello, KLM 83 Romeo, guten Abend, taxi November, November 1.
November 1, KLM 83 Romeo. Alright, excellent. So November is the SEC taxiway and then November 1 is the last of the entries. So that was a fun approach. I mean, that was awesome from air traffic control getting us into that little gap. That certainly was a gap. They didn't like reduce anyone else or so just to get the streamer through. I mean, I know these type of comments, but but you really didn't notice them doing anything like that, so we just fit in perfectly, and I gotta say ATC did that really, really well. I mean, they reduced our speed the last possible moment. Without the landing gear, it would have been really hard slowing this thing down, but you could see that extending the landing gear was definitely the right choice for us to make there, because without the gear, well, you saw how late we got the landing clearance, did you? And without the gear, that would probably have ended in a go-around. So that was the right call to make from us here.
Defender 19 Kilo for final parking, contact apron 12171, ciao. 12110, Defender 1 Kilo, good, ciao.
So, 30 knots, and we got 3 minutes, shutting down engine 2.
Portugal to 7, hello, taxi November, entry November 4.
So, here's the east apron, that's not the one we're aiming for. Going straight until November 1, and then they'll park us somewhere on the west apron.
Only contact tower 120505, ciao.
So, somewhere over here. No idea where it's gonna be, but ATC will surely figure something out for us. So what can I say? Once again, a thoroughly enjoyable flight. Excellent ATC today. We'll look over that little one comment from Amsterdam there. But up to you to judge that one if you really want to. You can certainly go back in the video and review that. Apart from that, I really gotta say this was an enjoyable one. The 737 is just absolutely fantastic to fly. What do we have here?
12178, city.
12178, KLM 83 Romeo, good day.
Evening, Munich ground.
Apron, good night, KLM 83 Romeo, taxiing to November 1.
KLM 83 Romeo mit Schwäbisch, schönen guten Abend, position 121, taxi 51, Orange Line, Charlie 5.
Position 121 via Whiskey 1 Orange and Charlie 5, KLM 83 Romeo, command. Okay, perfect. So we continue Whiskey 1 Orange and Charlie 5, which is the very south, and 121 is all the way down there in the southern corner. Good. So, apron 1 west, or east? East, I think. Or not. Oh, actually I think I know where the problem is. For some reason that gate is just not declared for KLM in the GSX profile. Let's just quickly take the turn over here. This is November 1. By the way, I like how ATC just handed us off that early. That way we could do all the figuring out where to taxi while we were still on that long straight taxiway, instead of having to do it now where we're going to go left and right and left and right. So apron 1 east, show all positions, and now we're going for 121. Thank you. No follow me needed, handle my shitboard. And wow, GSX did not crash when selecting the gate. That's a first in a while. So we're cleared by the orange line, which is this one. Maximum wingspan 36, we got that. Like 35.7 something. 35.78 could that be? If you guys want, you can look it up. It's been a while since I've flown this plane. The A330 is 60.3, that one I know for sure. So 15 knots since we are going along an apron. And, well, lovely little construction site here, building new gates. But they just got the okay to actually build a third runway here a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I confusing that with Heathrow or Gatwick or something? I think Munich actually got it as well, didn't it? Put it in the comments below if you've watched thus far. In any case, even with the present runways, new gates, definitely a good sign. As a pilot, I'm never complaining about that stuff anyway. Never. Alright, so we go straight out on the orange line until we reach Charlie 5, which is at the end of the apron. Then once we've done the left turn, we can commence the APU start. And then we're already there. Apron, KLM A3 Romeo.
Go ahead.
Wenn ihr nachher mit dem Event fertig seid und nach Hause geht, dann richtet den Approach Loads noch gerne nochmal mein Kompliment für den absolut hammergeilen Approach aus. Das war richtig gut gemacht.
Sorry, da habe ich Kollegen durchquatscht. Muss nochmal sagen, bitte.
Ich sagte, wenn ihr gleich fertig seid, richtet den Approach-Kollegen gerne nochmal meine Komplimente für den wirklich, wirklich guten Approach aus. Der war echt gut gemacht.
Jawohl, gebe ich weiter, vielen Dank.
Okay, so we can do the left-hand turn over here. I just told the ground that whenever they got some time at the end of the event, they shall forward the approach controller my compliments here, because that was just an awesome, really an awesome approach. Okay, APU on.
118 by Charlie 1 and F1 Eurowings diesel 7.
Confirm Charlie.
That is Eurowings 0. You can clearly hear that from the pilot's accent. Okay, so our gate is the one in the corner, so we go off to the right hand side. Lights off, please. By the way, talking about compliments, my compliments to Simwing as well here for the way that they lit up the apron over here. Because in the real world, that is how bright an apron is at night. You see, you really don't need the lights here to get into your gate or something. That's really how bright aprons are at night. Not always, but in pretty much most major airports. So, the guidance system is on. Boeing 737-800 is on there. Can't read anything. Feet, yuck. So, here we are.
Scandinavian 661 holding November 1.
2 blue.
Scandinavian 661.
1 red, engine dead.
Position 188, taxi via
Cabin crew, all doors in park. Okay, and here we are. So let's shut her down. It looks like I forgot something. And then we got both engines below 20%. Transit shutdown checklist. Electrical on APU, fast modes off, propede auto, anti-ice off, air compacts auto, engine bleeds on, APU bleed off, exterior lights set, start switches off, auto brake off, speed brake down attempt, flaps up and alight, parking brake set, start levers cut off, weather radar off, transponder 2000 standby, CB/RCB in, cockpit door unlocked, and that's the transit shutdown checklist complete. So my friends, I do hope you enjoyed this one. Be sure to leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video. As always, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and if you really loved what I am doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. For the time being, thank you very much for watching. As always, looking forward to welcoming you again. And with that, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to see you all again right on the next one.